What's going on, guys? It's Dio here from ReturnOfDeeO on YouTube, and I'm bringing you a race from Kingston round 2 on MX vs ATV Reflex. Almost at a live, not quite yet. I'm kind of getting sick of this game. It took me all night to get this game finally, and it's not even that good, but just the games are just making me mad. The lobbies taking forever are making me mad. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad night. Let's just say that that's all that's going on, because at this rate, I don't know how much longer I can last on Reflex, and just want a live to hurry up and get here. So not last week, I don't know, it's been a while since I've actually posted a Verb, but on my last video, Jake Webb Media, hopefully there'll be a link to his description or something, but just giving him a shout out. He gave me the idea to talk about either my best race or my most memorable race. So right off the bat, I want to tell you guys, go ahead and in the comment section leave a comment about what either your best race or your most memorable race in your racing career was. And so for mine, like I've said before, I haven't raced in a few years because of money and just one thing after another. I wasn't able to. But my most memorable race is going to be the last race I did race in, because all the races before that I was like 9 years old and younger, so 11 years ago I can't really remember all the facts and what made a good race or not. But okay, here we go. This was mine. It was just a Saturday morning race at the local track, and what that means, it's just anybody who comes, you just pay $20. You don't have to be a member of AMA or the Colorado, which is called the SRAC, the Colorado Riders Association or whatever. I know that's not what it stands for, I'm just trying to make a point. But you don't have to be a member of that. You just come, you pay $20, you get the transponder that hooks to your forks to get your lap times and everything, and you race, and it's 2 motos and something like 6 laps per moto or something. And I was racing the open novice class because I haven't raced in so long, and I honestly never marked out of the novice back when I was racing. I like to think now that I would be out of the novice. I'm sure as hell hope so. If not, I would stop racing forever. But since this was one of the first races back in a long time, I was doing the open novice. And so as you guys probably know, I have a 125 bored to 134. So I'm racing the open novice, and I'm against 250Fs, 450Fs, you know, maybe some 80s thrown in there, like 1 or 2. But there was a separate 80s class for the beginner 80s. So that some of the better 80s were in my class. And I get a pretty good start right off the bat. I get a 3rd place hole shot, or whatever you want to consider that, and I just start picking these guys off, and I'm making the move for 1st place. The guy slips out in the corner in front of me, kind of cuts across. My front tire hits his back tire, and you know how that ends up. I'm on the ground. I get up, and you know, gotta love the 2 strokes, 1 kick, and I'm back going. So I get up in about 4th place. This is all the first moto, mind you. Get up in about 4th place, and I just right back at it, start picking guys off left and right, doing what I can. And by the last lap, I'm in 2nd place, and coming up on the last corner, I'm about maybe 3 bike lengths behind the guy in 1st, who's on a CR 450F. He takes the outside, and last-ditch effort, I take the inside, which was muddy as hell. No one had even hit it yet, and I tip over. Worst thing of my... Okay, that's a lie. It wasn't the worst thing of my life by any means. Worst thing of that race. I just fall over. I lose. I thought it was 2 spots, but one of the guys actually ended up being a lapper. But so I ended up 3rd in the first moto, but it was just so fun. I don't know, just passing these 4 strokes on my 125 and just working these fools over. I don't know. There's just something about being on a smaller bike and still being able to compete that just really honestly bumps your self-esteem up and puts you in a great mood. So the 2nd moto was a lot less eventful. The track was really dry by then because they were watering it, but open novice was the last, like, they had the 30 plus, and they had the other 80 class, and they had the outlaw class, which is like amateur, and then the open novice. So we were the last one, so the track had dried up by then, and I got a 3rd place hole shot. Guy crashed in front of me, and I rode around in 2nd the rest of the race. So I ended up going 3 and 2 for a 3rd overall. If I would have just stayed up and followed the guy in the first moto, I would have went 2 and 2 for the 2nd overall. But you know, a 3rd is respectable, and I did have the fastest lap in practice and the fastest lap in the first moto. So you know, a little one up to myself for that, I guess. So for only paying $20 on the day, I ended up with a little plaque. I actually have it on my desk right here that says Saturday morning motocross at the Aztec Raceway, which is obviously the track I was at. And for 20 bucks, it was a great experience. I want to do it more often, but you guys know how gas prices are, and think about running two-stroke hopped up bike, so I'm getting like the 110 octane, and then have to get premix, which has gone up, and it's too expensive. It's really rough to stay in it right now. But that was my most memorable race. Maybe not my best race, but it was a lot of fun. And I mean, that's what the sport's all about. You can't top that. So of course I'm watching the gameplay as this goes on and just kind of reminiscing on that day, that race. And I just want to say this last lap is pretty garbage. I was in the lead and I really didn't want to throw it away. And if you've been watching like how close the guy in second is, you can see he's just closing in, and I'm messing everything up. I was trying to go slow and consistent when it I ended up doing was going slow and riding like a goon. But just to spoil the end, I do get first. Luckily, I would have been so pissed if I didn't. But this has honestly been my first place in a public game, not where I'm just with my friends. So I like to share that experience with you guys. Hope you appreciate that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I know you guys get first like every third race or whatever. So the race is closing up here, guys. So this has been Return of Dio. As always, comment, rate, subscribe to Verb and myself. And what was your best race or your most memorable race? Talk to you guys later.
For daily motocross pro and am coverage, be sure to log on to vurbmoto.com. And if you like us, prove it.